10 years after, Bahamut's ceiling, the humans with their gigantic golems and dragons attacked the Temple Ark, which is God's sanctuary, under the command of King Cheerios. A massacre ensued, everyone using the power forbidden by the gods. As the humans continue to enslave and slaughter the demons, in retaliation, a demon called Rag Demon starts killing the humans who are doing these things. On the other hand, in the capital city, Anate, a cheerful young girl named Mina goes to her job while greeting everyone on the road with a smile. As she goes about her job, she does every task with ease thanks to her brutal strength. During her work, when Mina held a handsome painter and moved his scaffolding, he thanks her in a beautiful manner, which makes her heart race and feel embarrassed. She then notices that the painter is painting a picture of King Cheerios when he defeated a Bahamut at Mina's village. Mina returns to the carriage where she has been living with two gods, Bacchus and Hamsa. Bacchus and Hamsa have been living as bounty hunters. However, as they get a new bounty on the Rag Demon, Nina gets interested in the Rag Demon and goes to hunt him down for a reward. The Rag Demon is again on the loose, killing the demon slave traders and attacking a group of certain people surrounding the demon slaves. However, it all turns out to be Captain Kaiser's scheme to capture the Rag Demon. But with his insane assassination skills and lightning speed, the Rag Demon somehow manages to escape. While running away, he encounters Mina, who tries to attack him with a whip, but her whip gets stuck with a nearby handle, allowing the Rag Demon to flee again. Suddenly, Kaiser arrives and meets Nina, but she gets embarrassed by his beauty and accidentally hits him. The soldiers think that Nina is allied with the Rag Demon and start chasing her. Nina, unaware of the fact, continues her search for the Rag Demon and meets his friend named Muguro on a large tower. When the soldiers attack Nina, the Rag Demon mistakes her for Muguro and rushes to save Nina. When the Red Demon grabs Mina and flies with his wings, Kaiser becomes doubtful about him. On the other hand, Hin, watching the Rag Demon's beauty, her heart pounding to the extent that she suddenly turns into a large dragon, forcing the soldiers to retreat. After passing out, she wakes up in an unknown room and finds a doctor named Rita and her assistant named Rocky alongside her. Rita tells Mina that after she blacked out, Azazel took her here. However, Azazel appears to be the Rag Demon. On the other hand, unable to catch Azazel, King Cheerios gets angry at Kaiser for his lousy performance. He dismisses Kaiser and his soldiers from the mission and reassigns it to the Onyx soldiers. When Kaiser and his men leave, King Cheerios orders one of the Onyx soldiers to keep an eye on Kaiser. Meanwhile, when Nina is about to leave the place, she encounters Azazel and Muguro, who have been waiting for her. By Azazel's good looks, Nina gets embarrassed again, but she controls her feelings and tries to sneak away from them. Azazel stops her and introduces himself as the Rag Demon, and requests to join forces with her. When Nina cannot make a decision, Azazel shows her the slums where the demons live. He tells her how King Cheerios attacked the demon world and enslaved them there. Azazel insists, but Nina refuses to help him. Afterward, during his dead body's picking job, Kaiser, watching Azazel, realizes that undoubtedly he is the Rag Demon. Later that night, Azazel is again on the loose to kill the cruel humans. As he kills some humans, Kaiser suddenly arrives and stops him. He says that he is not here to fight but to warn him that King Cheerios is very serious about killing him. Kaiser gets shocked to see how the humans have tortured and killed the demons. As Azazel tells Kaiser that he's mankind's enemy and he will destroy the humans for the sake of the demons, he leaves without killing him. But one of the Onyx soldiers secretly watches Kaiser with the Rag Demon. As Kaiser is about to leave, he encounters several Onyx soldiers. As Azazel tries to escape, the soldiers catch him. However, when they are about to reveal the secret, Muguro suddenly arrives and saves Azazel with his insane powers and two different colored eyes. Meanwhile, the angels detect Muguro's powers in the royal capital, Anati, and decide to look for him so they can regain the faith the humans once had in the gods. As Azazel got severely injured last night, Rita treats his wounds while Muguro sleeps beside him. Watching Muguro, Azazel remembers the time when he attacked a slave trader and saved Muguro. Meanwhile, Nina defeats several macho men in arm wrestling and earns a lot of money. An angel named Sophia arrives at the capital of East Bacchus, asking him if he knows a child having two different colored eyes. King Cheerios, while masquerading, passes by. However, Hamsa, watching a beautiful young man, suddenly challenges him. Cheerios first tries to ignore them, but after hearing Hamsa's cunning words, he accepts the challenge and gives one of his rings as the entry fee. Nina blindfolds herself. Muguro and Mina leave the place when they return to the carriage. Nina informs Bacchus and Hamsa that Muguro was very cool today as he chased away those awful people who were torturing the demons. Bacchus and Hamsa become doubtful that Muguro may be the child they have been looking for. On the way, while discussing with King Cheerios, Kaiser points out that Bahamut was defeated because humans, demons, and gods work together. But Cheerios does not agree to stop their execution. Bacchus and Hamsa become shocked to see Muguro's different colored eyes and realize that he is the child all gods and angels have been looking for. The following day, Nina and others prepare a fruit stall for the upcoming festival. As they need more chili peppers and chicken wings, Nina goes to buy these items. After purchasing, when she is about to return, she encounters a slave trader with 3 handsome men. They attack Nina, but she is unable to resist because of their beauty, which makes her heart race heavily. Suddenly, Cheerios arrives and saves her from the slavers. Nina thanks him and invites him to their food stall. On the other hand, Azazel and other demons plan their attack on the upcoming parade. They plan to defeat King Cheerios with the help of the Red Dragon. Later that evening, Cheerios meets Nina at the food stall, where Bacchus asks him to take Mina around the festival. Mina begins to develop feelings for Cheerios as they dance and have fun together. After the festival, when Nina asks for his name, Cheerios introduces himself as Chris. At the castle, Kaiser meets King Cheerios and tells him not to attend the parade as the demons are involved in suspicious activities. However, King Cheerios refuses to do so and gets ready for the demons' attack. The festival day finally arrives, with demons preparing for their attack. On the other hand, Bacchus tries to talk with Muguro about his unusual powers, but Muguro stays silent and only responds with a smile. When Sophie suddenly arrives and asks about Muguro, Bacchus gets scared and lies that he is just a demon child he hired for work. When the parade finally comes, Nina and Muguro go to watch the parade. However, as Azazel suddenly arrives and takes Mina with him, he tells her to transform into the Red Dragon. He tugs her and tries to kiss her, but she does not feel her heart racing or embarrassment, preventing her from transforming into the Red Dragon. Watching his plan fail, Azazel rushes to stop their attack, but it is already too late. As Cheerios traces his companions and starts killing them, Azazel arrives there and gets attacked by the Onyx soldiers. When the Onyx soldiers surround Azazel, Muguro suddenly appears in the sky, defeating the Onyx soldiers and revealing his true identity openly as Azazel attacks Cheerios and fights with him hand to hand. Their fight continues, but Kaiser suddenly appears and tries to stop both of them, saying their fights cannot settle anything and they can live together in peace. However, not only Cheerios but also Azazel declines his nonsense and continue their fight. Cheerios and Azazel fight each other while Kaiser, being a third man, fights both of them to stop their fight. Kaiser beats Azazel and manages to stop Cheerios from killing him. Suddenly, Sophia and the angels show themselves and seize Muguro's powers. As Azazel screams and requests Nina to turn into the dragon to protect everyone, however, even after trying, Nina fails to transform while the angels take Muguro, Bacchus, and Hamsa to heaven. After that, Kaiser and Nina have been accused of helping the Red Demon with their attack on the parade and suspicious connection with the Red Dragon. They are imprisoned in the prison tower for the rest of their lives. Mina resists, saying that Charius is not a great king but an evil king who kills harmless demons for nothing. King Charius laughs and orders to take them away. On the other hand, Muguro wakes in heaven and meets several angels and God Gabriel. Lady Gabrielle informs him that his name is El, and Jean is his mother. She offers him to join forces with them. Sophia meets Bacchus and Hamsa, where Bacchus asks her why they need Muguro. Sophia tells him Muguro has the capabilities of breaking the forbidden magic used by humans. Nina is imprisoned by Jean, while Kaiser becomes shocked to see Favaro there. Mina writes a letter to her mother, lying to her that she is now living with her friends Nina and all other girls are bound to work with heavy chains on their feet. However, this does not hurt Nina thanks to her brutal strength, but she gets Jean's attention. On the other hand, Kaiser tells Favaro that he was imprisoned with Mina. Favaro tells Kaiser his relation with Mina and remembers how he met Nina once when he went to Nina's dragon village, where young Mina met him and asked him to make her his apprentice. After much resistance, he made Mina his apprentice and taught her some techniques. However, after he left the dragon town, he got arrested by Onyx soldiers and then imprisoned there. Meanwhile, Jean meets Nina and shares her food with her after introducing herself. Mina reveals that she was captured with Captain Kaiser, which shocks Jean. Later, Mina tells Jean about her friend Muguro, which Jean believes to be her son and becomes desperate to flee and see him. On the other hand, Rita is on her way to prison to save her friend Jean. Jean tells Mina about her past, that after losing her divine powers when she had as a saint, she became helpless during a demon's invasion. She was unable to defend a child from a demon's attack. However, after some time, when King Charius took the throne, he declared the days when man feared the demons and bowed to the gods are over. Jean refused to obey him and left the castle. Jean spent several months in poverty in a small house alone, but she continued to pray to Lord Michael. One minute, she was gifted by a child called El. She spent a lovely time with El. However, one night, Sophia, being hunted by the Onyx Knights, reached Jean's house. Jean treated Sophia, but when she encountered the knights and resisted their demand, the knights tortured her, forcing El to suddenly activate his abilities. Jean and El ran away to Anatia while the Onyx Knights chased them. Jean, with no other option, cut off El's wings and left him among the demon slaves. However, he was quickly captured and imprisoned. After hearing the emotional story of Jean, Nina starts crying and plans to get out of jail with Jean. The following day, during their lunchtime, Jean and Mina try to escape the prison. However, one of the security guards watching them escape the prison whistles and informs everyone around there. Meanwhile, Lady Gabriel convinces El to help them bring back peace to the unstable world. She also promises El that with helping them, he will be able to see his mother again. After that, with her magic, Lady Gabriel heals El's wounds, wings, and restores his voice. On the other hand, Rita enters the prison and, with the help of Rocky, starts knocking out the guards. During her invasion, she learns that the prisoner's work is part of some Charius scheme. Meanwhile, Lady Gabriel and Sophia descend from heaven, warning Charius to return everything he has stolen from their holy temples. Gabriel also demands to release Jean to their custody within 1 month. However, Charius not only refuses their demands but also declares a war against them. After knowing the truth from Gabriel, people protest against the king. The castle soldiers torture them. On the other hand, while escaping from the prison, Nina plans to fight the guards while Jean tries to escape. However, suddenly, King Charius arrives there and stops Jean. Mina informs Jean that the gods have declared war, and if his son joins them, he will also kill him mercilessly. Watching Charius closely, Nina realizes that Cheerios is the man Chris she met at the festival. After that, the soldiers take them back to their cells, but suddenly, Rita arrives there to help them. The gods prepare for their attack on humans, while King Cheerios and the army are also prepared to defend their country. However, the opposition to the upcoming war increases among the people of Anatia. On the other hand, Nina and others are on their way to leave the prison. They land in a mining cart and take off while being pursued by guards. In the meantime, the gods descend and get ready to fight Cheerios' army. El, using his insane magical powers, neutralizes Onyx soldiers, helping all angels to attack and destroy Cheerios' army. On the other hand, Favaro and Kaiser also escape the prison, thanks to Kaiser's metal hand and Favaro's magic. They run away and unite with Nina and others. However, Cheerios uses his ultimate weapon, which rises from prison. While he's on his way to fight the gods, Lady Gabriel gets terrified and says the weapon is called Dramos. It is the weapon of mass destruction born from the forbidden knowledge, which Cheerios has stolen from them. Gabriel orders her forces to fall back and return to heaven immediately. The angels do not return and continue their attack. Watching this, Gabriel tries to fall back without them, but El interferes with her magic, saying they have not saved his mother yet. On the other hand, Cheerios activates Dramos, making an enormous attack. While El releases his full powers and tries to stop the attack, however, the attack is so powerful that it easily defeats El's powers and destroys Gabriel's place. During the attack, Nina falls from the cliff and bumps into Cheerios. As El is defeated and Lady Gabriel has returned, Onyx soldiers make their move and start killing the remaining angels. On the other hand, watching Kaiser and Jean getting attacked by the soldiers, Nina hugs Cheerios and turns into a dragon to save her friends. After Nina returns to normal, Rita takes her and Jean away in the carriage, while the soldiers catch Kaiser. Later, Rita jumps off the carriage to save Kaiser, while Mina and Jean decide to visit Nina's village. Kaiser is imprisoned inside the castle, where his old comrade Diaz visits him. Diaz informs him that all knights have become useless. However, Kaiser gives him courage, saying he has met Jean and within no time, they will rise again as Orlan's mates. Meanwhile, Nina and Jean finally arrive at Mina's village and meet her family. After that, Nina takes Jean around the village and meets the village elder. Jean introduces herself to Granny and asks her about the land of gods. Granny then tells them that the gods and demons worked together 2,000 years ago to take down Bahamut. Granny says that she took the injured gods to their homeland on her back during that attack. Hearing this story, Nina does not believe she can take the gods on her little back. However, the following day, when Granny transforms, Nina becomes shocked to see that she has transformed into a huge dragon. The two then continue their journey to the land of gods. Somewhere on the barren land, the Lord of Demons, Lucifer, who has the best interest for the survival of demons, did not take any actions against the humans. However, he only waits for a perfect opportunity to make his moves against the humans. Meanwhile, the deadliest killing machine in Anatia, the rag demon Azazel, has taken a coliseum to fight demons for his survival. On the other hand, when Granny and others arrive at the barrier to the land of gods, Granny realizes she cannot go any further and throws the carriage above the barrier to the land of gods. Meanwhile, Elgin, an Onyx Knight, goes out to play as a demon and encounters Chris, who is there to visit his mother's grave. Chris and Nina walk around together and play with the demon kids living in the slum. After that, they kiss and profess their love to each other. Nina suddenly realizes she has unlocked her ability to turn into a dragon and takes him on a flight around the city. Nina returns to the group while they are discussing attacking the king at the upcoming royal ball. Nina then shows them that she can now turn into a red dragon at her own will, which makes Azazel mad. On the other hand, Kaiser meets with Allison and Diaz to set up an entry to the royal ball, while the Onyx mates hire a mercenary to kill the red dragon. Rita and others devise a plan to infiltrate the ball, which starts with Mina and Elgin entering the castle as a couple, while Favaro is with Diaz, acting as a knight. Meanwhile, before going to the ball, Charius thinks his onyx bracelet will kill him if he uses Dramos again. However, despite knowing all the facts, he has to complete his mission. After sneaking into the party, Nina approaches Charius and offers him to dance with her. After the dance, Charius takes her onto the balcony and tells her to leave the castle and not meet him again. Nina becomes heartbroken, but suddenly, Favaro arrives and warns him to hand over his bracelet. Charius reveals that the bracelet cannot be taken off as long as he lives. When Favaro was about to attack him, Nina stops him, and then they escape using smoke bombs. They reach the port with Kaiser but encounter Onyx soldiers and the mercenary. Nina turns into a dragon to fight him, but the mercenary reveals to also be a dragon folk. Their furious fight begins, but the mercenary overpowers Nina and defeats her easily. Suddenly, Elgin and others arrive as reinforcements and defeat the mercenary and Onyx forces. Later, Sophia explains to the group that Dramos is a weapon of destruction born from ancient magical technology that the gods sealed away after not being able to unravel its secrets. After that, Elgin returns to the land of gods with Jean, while Bacchus and Sophia decide to stay until they figure out Charius' true intentions. Afterwards, when Elgin is about to leave, a lesson suddenly appears and stabs Elgin, leaving him to die. However, Favaro sees a lesson leaving the hideout and instantly takes Elgin to Rita. Rita tries to save Elgin, but after much struggle, she is unable to do so, and Elgin dies in her hands. Watching her son dead, Jean and Sophia return to the land of gods and inform Lady Gabriel about the incident. Meanwhile, a lesson meets Onyx Knight's captain, proving that he has killed Elgin. And requesting to join the Onyx Knights, but he is forced to change his thoughts when he sees the core of Onyx Mites. Azazel returns to hell and requests Lucifer to attack Cheerios, while Genie is given the power of an angel and declares war on Cheerios' army. Jean gathers an army of demons, people, and angels and starts attacking the king's castle. On the other hand, Macarius is about to activate Bahama Nina, and Favaro arrives at Imos and encounters Cheerios and his soldiers. Mina fights with Cheerios but is unable to kill him. Cheerios' old advisor reveals that Cain's true intentions are to kill Bahamut when the device explodes. Mina and Favaro escape with Hippogriff and watch Bahamut's awakening. The fight between Jean's army and Cheerios' army continues, with Jean proceeding to the king's location. Onyx soldiers continue to kill everyone with their abilities. Suddenly, Lucifer, in his airborne warship with Azazel, joins the battle and starts killing Cheerios' army with angels. On the other hand, while Kaiser and Diaz are fighting the soldiers, Diaz sees a lesson running away and chases him back. When Diaz catches up to him, a lesson tries to kill Diaz but fails. He then runs again but is later killed by a demon child. On the other hand, when Jing and Azazel arrive at Cheerios' flying battleship, they encounter the Onyx Mites. However, after killing the knights, when Jean and Azazel unleash their powerful attack on Cheerios, Kaiser suddenly appears and faces the attack, eventually sacrificing himself for his king. Watching Kaiser dead, Cheerios allows Jean and Azazel to kill him after he defeats Muhammad. After that, Cheerios activates Dramo's ultimate attack, while all demons and gods form a protective barrier to save everyone outside. Nina suddenly reaches out to Cheerios and combines her powers with him to form a powerful attack and eventually kill Bahamut. Nina, in her dream, meets a woman called Amira who says something in her ear and vanishes. Everyone watching Bahamut dead celebrates their success. After that, everything gets back to normal. Cheerios loses both his eyes, and Mina loses her voice, but they both find happiness together in the end. Favre reveals Bahamut is not dead yet, while Zombie Rita and Kaiser watch him from above.